Chengdu, heart of the Sichuan province of Western China, and the Chengdu Sports University Gymnasium, the heart and hub of rhythmic gymnastics competitions at these World University Games. Welcome to the ultimate event for student athletes, those who have chosen to pursue higher education degrees in tandem with their athletic training. This is day one of the two-day all-around final for individuals and groups. They have been divided into two groups, the individuals, the 31 of them competing here, Group A and Group B. And we will start off with Group A. Today, we will be seeing the performances with the hoop and ball. Tomorrow, it will be the clubs and ribbon. And for the groups, today will be the performance of the 5 hoops, and tomorrow the 3 ribbons and 2 balls.
From Korea.
It has been 4 years since the last gathering of the best university student athletes on the planet. That took place in Naples in 2019, and partly because of that, we have almost an entirely new crop of competitors here with a couple of notable holdovers, the likes of Zora Agamirova of Azerbaijan and Fanny Pignitsky of Hungary. For Agamirova, this competition was one of her breakout events. She won the silver medal in the all-around and has gone on to represent her nation in world and Olympic competition. Here is a look at the start list for the athletes in Group A. At the bottom of the order, the likes of Elzhana Tanieva, Fanny Pignitsky, and Zhao Yue. And starting off with the hoop will be Andreea Verdes of Romania.
From South Africa.
In both Group A and Group B, which means we will go through the lineup twice. And then after that, we will get to the group competition. 4 groups entered at these World University Games: Chinese Taipei, the People's Republic of China, Japan, and Ukraine. And for those of you who have followed the World Cup and World Challenge Cup circuits, at stake here, not only the all-around competition, but also the finals, qualification for the apparatus finals that will take place in 2 days' time.
From Bulgaria.
The technical officials are being introduced, and excitement is very high inside this arena.
From Sweden.
They have come from near and far to view this magnificent artistic sport, a sport that really lies at the nexus of art and sport. And in just a few minutes, we will begin to discover why.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have the first group of individual all-around hoop ball. The athlete on the field of play.
And beginning the competition, Andreea Verdes of Romania, the 22-year-old, highly experienced,
From Romania.
a master's student in physical education at the University of Alexandra Ion Cuza in Iași, her hometown.
After all you put me through, you think I despise you. But in the end, I want to thank you, because you made me that much stronger.
That's a powerful beginning from Andreea Verdes of Romania, a real statement made by the 22-year-old. She has really rounded into form this season over the past couple of months at the European Championships in Baku earlier this spring. She did not have the competition of her dreams. There were struggles here and there. This has been a far better start. Lovely extension on her turning split leaps. The penché pivot very well executed.
The athlete on the field of play is Adelina Believa from Estonia. Ball.
现在上场的选手来自于爱沙尼亚，比赛项目球。
From Estonia, this is Adelina Believa, a 19-year-old from Tallinn, a former group gymnast who has now returned to her roots as an individual competitor. And that's a devilishly good start from Adelina Believa as well. As said, she joined the Estonian group last year and competed with the group at the World Championships, where they finished 20th in the all-around. And she has returned to her roots as an individual competitor. She was at the European Championships as well, 30th place with the ball. So much of rhythmic gymnastics is focused on the tosses and catches. Everything that she is doing carries a difficulty tariff, and the more complicated it looks, the higher her difficulty score risks being. And that's a very good thing, of course. The difficulty in rhythmic gymnastics open-ended, which means there is no ceiling on the score that you can receive. Gymnasts do receive scores for difficulty, for execution, and for artistry. Execution and artistry are capped at 10. That is the maximum. Difficulty, no limit.
Final score, 29.650.
And it is 29.65, the score for Andreea Verdes with the hoop. Just as a benchmark, a score approaching 30 in rhythmic gymnastics can be considered very good. From Bulgaria, Lesizara Pekova, the 20-year-old from Sofia.
She's always gone too long. Anytime
The audience here is very appreciative of that display from Leshizara Pekova of Bulgaria. She is such a smooth apparatus handler, and she can be mesmerizingly elegant on the carpet. There's a real fluidity to the way that she works. Executing split leaps under the throw, body wave, changing levels, and this her dynamic element with rotation, 4 forward rolls, and she catches the hoop mid-rotation. That is important for her difficulty score. Appreciation extended back from Leshizara Pekova to the crowd, which has really adored her performance. She's been hitting some of the best scores of her career recently. She won bronze in the all-around competition at the Gracia Cup just a few months ago in Budapest, and 6th in the all-around at the international tournament in Portimao in Portugal. The score for Adelina Belyayeva, 27.0 with the ball. One of the stars of the present and potentially of the future. Here is Ilona Zeynalova of Azerbaijan. Lovely work from Ilona Zeynalova, the 18-year-old from Baku. She won a fistful of medals at the Azerbaijani National Championships this year. She has some wonderful attributes as a gymnast. Just wonderful flexibility, in the back. Beautiful toe point as well. Gymnasts, of course, supposed to demonstrate complete mastery over the apparatus, no matter what it is. It's supposed to look like an extension of the body, and certainly that was the case in this performance. Lakazara Pekova receives 28.45 with the hoop. So the leading number that we have seen so far, the 29.65 from Andrea Verdes of Romania. Here is Azra Dewan of South Africa, a 5-time medalist at the African Championships. This is her display with the hoop. The first routine from Azra Dewan of South Africa. She is 20 years old and resides in London, where she is a full-time student doing a bachelor's degree in sports therapy. Very nice fouette pirouettes with the leg extended in attitude devant. And notice how she changes hands with the hoop while in the middle of the pirouettes. It's important that the gymnasts display in the body difficulty, not just the pirouette or leap, but they have to do something with the apparatus in order for it to count. The score for Ilona Zhenalova is 27.25. That is the best we've seen with the ball so far, but quite a lot left to come. Here is Denisha Stepankova of the Czech Republic, a 21-year-old who trains in Brno. A routine with a distinctly Spanish flair from Denisa Stepankova of the Czech Republic. And if we see a few more routines that have a certain Spanish something to them, well, there is a reason for that. The World Championships in Valencia, Spain are just 3.5 weeks away, and many gymnasts have chosen to incorporate that into their programs this year with at least one apparatus. This is an example of a requirement with the ball, rolling it over at least 2 large body segments. She gets about 4 attempts in difficulty for that alone. And the score for Azra Dewan, 25.00 with the hoop. She is on her way.
Now on a field play, Angeline Lin from Singapore.
And now to an 18-year-old competitor from Singapore. This is Angeline Lin. Certainly that was not the way that she would have hoped to end that routine, Angeline Lin. However, there was a formidable display of flexibility and some really nice balances. Lin, a competitor at the Junior World Championships in 2019. We haven't seen too much of her on the international circuit since then. But clearly she has been training and preparing for this event. The loss of the hoops, both the first time where she had to grab the replacement apparatus and the second time at the end of her routine, of course, those will be significant deductions. It's a hard thing to come back to a major international competition after not having performed on the world level for so long. Denisa Stepankova looking quite pleased with her performance with the ball. And the number for her, 26.3. Now taking to the carpet, a 20-year-old from Riga. This is Anna Marikova of Latvia. To the wonderful song In This Shirt by the Irrepressibles. That is the ball performance of Anna Marikova of Latvia. It's such a powerful piece of music, and she has some wonderful elements in this routine. The front walkover through to the chaîné turns and catches the ball unsighted behind her back. Very nice back scale pivot as well. And the turning split leap, combining it with a throw, changing levels, going to the ground before catching the ball. All of that confident and elegantly delivered. The score for Angeline Lin with the hoop, 17.1. The difficulty in execution obviously impacted by the loss of the apparatus twice in that routine. But she still has the ball performance to come. It's a very happy crowd here in Chengdu, enthusiastic about rhythmic gymnastics and inspired potentially by the beautiful work of the gymnasts on the carpet.
17.100.
新加坡选手圈最后得分17.10分。
So at the moment, the 29.65 posted by Andrea Verdes with the hoop remains the highest score that we have seen so far. That is followed by the 28.45 that we saw from Lakazara Pekova of Bulgaria.
现在上场的选手来自于韩国，比赛项目圈。
And now the first of two representatives from the Republic of Korea. This is Kim Ju-won. Very difficult ending sequence from Kim Ju-won. And a successful first performance. She is 20 years old, a physical education student at Sejong University in Seoul, and she represents the Sejong University Club. Very clean style, big turning leap. And notice how she does the unsighted change of the arms with the hoop. The throw combined with a split leap. Catches it in a turn. Saw her fouette pirouettes. Important to keep the free leg above 90 degrees, above horizontal, the whole way through. And the score for Anna Murikova is 26.4 with the ball.
Now on the field of play, Suzuki Naruha from Japan. Ball.
现在上场的选手来自于日本，比赛项目球。
Here is the 18-year-old from Japan, Suzuki Naruha. A young gymnast with Olympic aspirations. Here she is with the ball. Oh, that was ever so close at the finish. She momentarily lost track of the ball, had to make a few extra movements to regain control. But on the whole, a fine beginning for Suzuki Naruha. She is someone who has not amassed a whole lot of international experience, although she did compete at the World Games in Birmingham in the United States last year. She came very close to making the apparatus finals with the clubs and the ribbon. She was 10th with both pieces. And it's a real shame about the mistake at the end, because otherwise this was very good work. And for Kim Jo-won, it is 27.550 with the hoop. So Andrea Verdes with her 29.65 remains the leader with the hoop. And in second with that apparatus, Lakizara Pekova of Bulgaria. Here is Nastia Podrodnik of Slovenia, beginning her competition with the hoop. That's an excellent finish from Nastya Podvratnik of Slovenia, and credit to this 22-year-old from Ljubljana because she had an uphill battle to fight in this routine. When you make a mistake in the opening seconds of any performance, it can be so hard to go on, to put it out of your mind and just to focus on what you have to do. And that is exactly what she did with this performance. She'll incur a deduction for the problem, the loss of balance at the beginning. But she was able to get it together through the integrity. Thoroughly enjoyable performance to watch. And with the ball, we have a new leader. It is Suzuki Naruha with 29.85, the best that we have seen with this apparatus. Here from Australia is Catherine Linden, a 23-year-old who resides in Adelaide.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
There's plenty to feel good about in that performance with the ball from Catherine Linden of Australia, a gymnast who earned double degrees from the University of South Australia in 2022. She has a Bachelor in Exercise and Sports Science, as well as a Bachelor in Nutritional and Food Sciences. Feelin' Good must be a popular choice of music for artistic sports in Australia. The celebrated gymnast Georgia Godwin also uses a cut of this music for her routine on floor exercise. And it's lovely to see it in rhythmic as well. The score for Nastya Podvratnik, 19.3 with the hoop.
Next on the viewer play, Emilia Helene from Finland. Cool.
现在上场的选手来自于芬兰，比赛项目圈。
From Finland, here is Emilia Helene, an 18-year-old, the bronze medalist in the all-around at last year's Nordic Championships. First routine finished for Emilia Helin, the Finnish athlete who took up rhythmic gymnastics 11 years ago. She presently trains 30 hours a week. There were some wonderful flourishes in the choreography of this hoop routine. She has an approach to rhythmic gymnastics that we don't see from many competitors. This was a great moment, flaring her arms out in the middle of her pivots with attitude devant. The score for Catherine Linden, 21.75. That presently puts her into 6th place in the qualification for the apparatus final with the ball.
Now on a pivot play, Aljanina Tanieva from Kazakhstan. Ball.
现在上场的选手来自于哈萨克斯坦，比赛项目。
And now comes the youngest gymnast in this competition and a huge prospect for the podium. Here is Elzhana Tanieva of Kazakhstan, just 17, but filled with potential. Enjoy this elegant routine with the ball.
Speak softly, love, and hold me warm. I feel your words to tender, trembling moments of love. We're in a world of very own, sharing a love that only few ever know.
A beautiful start from Elzhana Tanieva of Kazakhstan. The all-around silver medalist from this year's Asian Championships, a 9-time medalist at the Asian Championships. She is known for her stunning pivots, this beautiful penché that seems to go on for minutes. Very precise in her trajectory with the toss and catch as well. Smooth with the rolls over large body segments, and wonderful footwork in this routine too. Perfectly calibrated with the music. Speak Softly Love by Simone, the song. Much to appreciate in the work of this gymnast. Quite experienced, but still very young. Competing at her first World University Games. Waiting patiently for her score in the kiss and cry is Emilia Helin.
Final score, 25.650.
芬兰选手签最后得分25.65。
And the number for her, 25.650. Some confusion about when you should leave the kiss and cry. The gymnasts are asked to remain there until their score comes up.
选手来自于匈牙利，比赛项目圈。
Here is another potential contender for the title. It is Hungary's Fanny Pignitsky, the 23-year-old from Budapest, the first Hungarian gymnast to win a World Cup medal. Beginning her quest at her second University Games Fanny Pignitsky with the hoop.
Now mine, then now mine. We now mine, and maybe now. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see.
At the World University Games 4 years ago in Naples, Fanny Pignitsky finished 9th in the all-around. It was one of the first big results of her career, and it helped catapult her to the World Championships, to the European Championships in the years after that, and finally to the Olympic Games. And as she comes into this World University Games, you could argue that she is in the zenith of her career. She is a familiar face in apparatus finals at the most competitive World Cup events. And she masters the code of points, using it to her advantage. The hoop is always in motion, and this has the potential to have a great score. Pignitsky, a rhythmic gymnast from the age of 5, and at her very first lesson, she thought, this is my sport. And she stuck with it. She also did dancing and swimming until she was about 12, and the potential of being on the national team got onto the horizon. And she had to choose. She chose rhythmic, and she has absolutely run with it. She's now competed at 10 European Championships. The score about to come in for Elzhana Tanieva with the ball. The best number that we have seen from Suzuki Naruha of Japan, 29.85. She is the current leader when it comes to qualification to the apparatus final. At her first World University Games, Fanny Pignitsky was 8th with the hoop, as well as 8th with the ribbon. One of 2 individual returners in this 31 gymnast field. And there is a roar as the score appears for Elzhana Tanieva. It is 30.5. She is the first gymnast to break the 30-point barrier. Well done to her. And now the first entrant from the People's Republic of China, and a hometown favorite from the Sichuan province. Here is Zhao Yue, beginning with the ball. She receives an extra round of support from this crowd as she takes her opening pose. What a wonderful first routine from Zhao Yue of the People's Republic of China. To the beautiful music of Memory from Cats. This is a familiar routine from her. She used it at the World Championships last year as well. She's a performer with loads of heart. And what a fantastic experience for her to be able to do this before her home public here in Chengdu. 33.25 with the hoop for Fanny Pignitsky. That is the all-around lead. That is the individual apparatus final lead. What a routine it was. That is the highest score by nearly 3 points. That 33.25 from Fanny Pignitsky. And we go round again. This is the second half of Group A, beginning with Estonia's Adelina Belyaeva, this time performing with the hoop.